Mother shot and killed her own son. Oh, this is last year. This is recent.
Hello. You heard that? Yeah, but I don't want to look back until you tell me about my son. Can you tell me if he's alive or not?
Well, I'm still waiting for an update from the people.
Waiting for the people update what? Who to update?
Well, we got people at the hospital, so we're waiting for an update from them.
A mother, a gun, and a split-second decision that tore family apart. Sitting in this interview room is 45-year-old LaQuandra Williams. Just hours earlier, police were called to her apartment on Drew Heights Place in Ohio after reports of gunfire.
Of course, it's
When they
Ohio.
arrived, they found her son, 21-year-old Jihad Hughes, lying unresponsive. Detectives had two crucial questions. Who pulled the trigger and why? Let's dive in.
Hold on. She's 45 and then her son is what? 21? So what's that? 24? So she had him at like 23, 22 and a half, 23 years old? Unheard cries. The LaQuandra Williams story. Chad, I ain't never met anybody named LaQuandra. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This case takes us to Reynoldsburg, a suburban community in the Columbus, Ohio metropolitan area.
How's the audio?
Known
Let me
for
know.
its strong military ties, thanks to its proximity to Rickenbacker Air National Guard Base, Reynoldsburg is a mix of quiet neighborhoods, local charm, and city access. Outdoor lovers enjoy Blacklick Woods Metro Park, a 643-acre nature preserve with trails, picnic spots, and a golf course.
Okay.
The town also boasts a lively food scene with standout local pizza at Vic's and unique global flavors like Nepalese and Himalayan cuisine.
What is that?
However, like many American cities, Columbus and its surrounding areas grapple with public safety issues. The city sees a higher rate of violent crime than most communities in the U.S. It was this environment and her own late-night work schedule that led LaQuandra Williams, the focus of this case, to make a critical decision. She bought a firearm for personal protection. In fact, she bought two, one for herself and one for her adult son, Jihad.
Okay.
Concerned about the risks of keeping a gun inside the home, she chose instead to store hers in one of her two vehicles. A decision.
Time out. Chat, why the would you keep a gun in your car? You bought two guns, one for your son, one for you, but you store one of the guns in the car. It's not going to be your son's gun that you store in the car. Do you understand how bad it would be if your car got stolen with your gun in it and somebody else got a hold of it? Are you stupid? Bro, how dumb do you have to be to do that? That makes absolute zero sense. That is a terrible logic.
Decision made for safety, one that would later
Caitlin,
carry
what up?
devastating consequences. LaQuandra was born in March 1979. She ran her own small business, Healing Hands and Hearts LLC, providing in-home healthcare services. She had contracts with the VA in New Lexington, nearly an hour's drive each way. To manage her demanding schedule, LaQuandra relied heavily on her two vehicles, one more reliable than the other. These cars weren't just for convenience, they were essential to her livelihood. Without reliable transportation, her ability to visit patients, drive them to medical appointments, and provide for her family would be severely impacted.
Hey, that's real, eyes.
On June
Nah.
24th, 2002, LaQuandra gave birth to her son, Jihad Hughes.
Unless you wanted to use that as an excuse. And my car got stolen, somebody else did that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're right, bro.
On June 24th, 2002, LaQuandra gave birth to her son, Jihad Hughes, in Youngstown, Ohio. Raised primarily by LaQuandra, he spent part of his early life with both parents, though they never married. Eventually, Jihad's father moved on and started a new family. Loved ones described Jihad as quiet but confident, a man of few words, but when he spoke with conviction. He was active in his church and was passionate about gospel music. After graduating from Groveport Madison High School in 2021, he set his sights on building a better future. He enlisted in the military in 2022 and had returned home on leave by early 2024.
Hold on. 2 years?
In 2020, he set his sights on building a better future. He enlisted in the military in 2022 and had returned home on leave by early 2024.
Early 2024. So maybe like a year and a half, almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some sort of like PTSD and tried to attack his mom, and his mom had no choice but to defend herself. I don't know. Listen, yeah, y'all see how I am with the WWE streams, bro. I like to call what's what's about to happen or what I think is gonna happen. Is it an ADD, ADHD thing? I don't know. Maybe it is, but hey, it's what I do, gang. It's what I do.
Yet, despite his progress, tension had been brewing at home. In the months leading up to February 2024, the relationship between Jihad and his mother had become strained. What used to be routine disagreements were becoming more frequent, slowly adding pressure to an already fragile household.
Was he not paying rent, helping with the bills or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Because that would make sense. Like if my son comes from the military, obviously I missed him, everything is cool, but you're a grown man. I'm not about to be taking care of you. You feel me?
And then one of those disagreements spiraled into something far more tragic. A text exchange between Laquandra and Jihad on the afternoon of February 19, 2024, revealed a growing conflict. Jihad had borrowed one of her cars, and Laquandra was upset that it hadn't been returned.
Okay.
When she noticed it was still missing from the driveway, she texted him, demanding to know where it was and why it hadn't been brought back. Jihad replied that he had left it at work and brushed off the conversation, telling her he wasn't going to deal with it at that moment. Later that day, Laquandra returned home to find that the car was still missing, yet Jihad was there. Also inside the apartment were her 2 daughters and a male friend. She immediately confronted Jihad about the missing car, but things quickly escalated. Voices were raised, tempers flared, and then a loud bang.
Oh, shit.
Panic set in as her daughters frantically called 911.
Okay.
Upon arrival, police found Jihad lying on the ground, unresponsive. He was taken to a nearby hospital in critical condition, while Laquandra was detained. Officers spoke with 2 key witnesses, Laquandra's daughters, who gave a chilling account of what led up to the shooting.
Was that her?
Laquandra's daughters, who gave a chilling account of what led up to the shooting. According to them, the argument between their mother and
Those
Jihad
ladies look like
started
she was out of
inside
breath
the
by the time she's
apartment,
up the
but things
stairs.
quickly escalated. They said their mom appeared to be the aggressor, at one point grabbing a knife and motioning toward her son.
Whoa.
The girls jumped in, trying to stop her, but in the end, it was Jihad who managed to take the knife away. That should have been the end of it, but it wasn't. The witnesses informed officers that Laquandra became even more enraged and told Jihad, "I'm going to show you something," before storming out of the apartment. They knew she kept a handgun in her car, so they locked the doors and called the police.
That's smart.
Meanwhile, Jihad had made up his mind to leave. He packed his bags, and as he headed out the door, Laquandra allegedly exited her vehicle, pulled out a gun, and fired from close range, striking her son in the back. Laquandra was arrested without incident and brought to Columbus Police Headquarters for questioning. Detectives already had witness accounts painting a troubling picture, but now they wanted to hear it from her. What really happened inside?
Nah, bro. How mad you gotta be to not just aim a gun at your own kid, but to pull the trigger too. Nah, bro. Nah, that you're not 100% here, bro. There's just no way. And it sounded like her son was a good kid too, going to church. You feel me? What do they say? He had a passion for Christian music. Then he wanted to better himself financially or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Join the military, like build a better life for himself. So then you don't see him for like a year and a half or 2. And then when he comes back, listen, I don't care how big the beef is, bro. Like, no, you don't do that shit. Come on. That is your son, bro. That is your flesh and blood. Look, she's a big back. That was 2 handcuffs they used on her. You see that? They got one to bring this hand over to the other hand where the other handcuffs are to be able to cuff her. Right, and to do it in the back, not even facing them. Yeah, she a whole coward.
Painting a troubling picture, but now they wanted to hear it from her.
Hold on, let me run it back. Let me hear this story real quick.
Got a gun and fired.
Come on. Right here.
Meanwhile, Jihad had made up his mind to leave. He packed his bags, and as he headed out the door, Laquandra allegedly exited her vehicle, pulled out a gun, and fired from close range, striking her son in the back. Laquandra was arrested without incident and brought to Columbus Police Headquarters for questioning.
That's crazy.
Detectives already had witness accounts painting a troubling picture, but now they wanted to hear it from her. What really happened inside that apartment? Was it a moment of blind rage, a calculated act, or something more complicated? Their goal was clear: to get Laquandra to open up and fill in the blanks.
She got T-Rex arms. You see how short them shits look? She's like doing this, but look how mad little her forearm looks. Like a T-Rex.
This wasn't a question of whether she shot her son, but why? Was it premeditated, reckless, or a legitimate act of self-defense?
Hello. You got rid of that?
Yeah, but I don't want to go to that one, so you tell me about my son. Tell
No.
me if he's alive or not.
Well, I'm still waiting for an update from the people.
Waiting for the people update. What? Who to update?
Well, we got people at the hospital, so we're waiting for an update from them.
You know why she said that, right? She said, I'm not going to no bathroom or doing anything until I find out if my son is alive or not. You know why she said that, right? Because if he's dead, then she can go ahead and lie about the whole situation. Because it'll just be her word versus, I mean, she's still losing, right? Because it'll be her word versus the word of everybody else that saw it, right? But it's not going to be, well, I shot my son because, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can make him look bad and he can't defend himself.
Okay. So the first question is, does he speak English? Obviously, yes. What's the highest grade you've completed?
I have a GED.
So you obviously read and write, correct?
Yes.
Do you have any hearing problems?
No.
Do you wear glasses or contacts?
I wear glasses.
Okay. Are you able to see this form okay though?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay.
Should have said no.
Have you consumed any alcohol in the last 12 to 24 hours?
No.
Have you consumed any drugs in the last 12 to 24 hours?
No.
That includes any kind of prescription or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I had a it's like a amoxicillin.
Oh, that is true. That is true. You're right.
When you have asthma.
He was no longer a threat to her.
Okay. I know there was some argument that went on today that somehow led up to all of this. Can you tell me what happened?
So I came home early in between my two clients.
She wanted him dead though. Why? Listen. As a mother should be like in tears right now. Well, a mother wouldn't be in this. A real mother would not be in this situation, first of all, unless it was like it's him or me type shit. You feel me? You had no choice but to defend yourself. But this bitch is cold blooded, bro. Like there is no regret in her eyes. There's no sadness in her eyes. There's none of that shit. You feel me? There's none of that shit. She has no emotions, bro.
And Jai used my car, and I asked him where he took my car at, because he took my car to like the shop and left it there. And I said, well, how long did you leave it there, and what did they do? My car's not riding away. I just got my car fixed. So he wouldn't answer me. So I walked back to the room and I went back into the living room where he was at, and he got up to like grab his stuff. And I said, I'm talking to you, answer me. And so I threw a glass, but it went over to his head like a candle, but it went over his head. It didn't touch him. And then he grabbed me up and threw me in the living room, which was something he never, ever done. And we have had arguments, but he never, ever put his hands on me, ever.
I don't know how legit that is.
And I was trying to get him off of me. I was getting a knife because I know, like, he's stronger than I am, way stronger than I know. And I was like, I shouldn't.
Crocodile tears?
Yeah, a lot. It was tussle in the kitchen. I went outside because he carried one of my other guns. I went outside and got a gun because I didn't want him to hurt me. But yeah, I'm taking responsibility. That's my child. I don't want that to happen to any of my kids.
Well, how did things go down outside?
He started walking up to me. I didn't know if he had a gun on him or not. You know, like, that's the gun that I gave to him. So, because he's where he worked at, but like, I didn't know. He kept walking up, and that's when I pointed it at him.
Am I tripping? Should tears be more visible now? Or not? I do not see. I hear like the attempt of wanting to cry, but I don't see any tears, chat. I don't. If y'all see tears, obviously let me know in the chat. But look, if he did grab her by the shirt, How did she grab the knife? Did she grab the knife while she was like this and the knife was there? Or was it on some rage shit like, all right, he let me go. You are not about to do that. That you ain't doing that shit to me. And then out of anger and vengeance went to get a knife. You know what I'm saying?
You know, he kept walking up, and that's when I pointed it at him. But yo, that's my son. I ain't never.
Where'd you get the gun from?
I bought the gun in New Lexington. I bought 2 of them in New Lexington because I own a home health and I have a contract with the Veterans Department. So I used to drive from where we live at to New Lexington at nighttime.
Hey, chat, she has absolute zero remorse. You ever cried? You ever been so emotional about something? Like you feel the knot right here and you're trying to speak, but you can't get the words out and like the tears just come out. You start up your words because you about to cry and then you just start crying and you can't talk anymore because your emotions got the best of you. She should be in that right now. She's talking about how it all went down. So everything is playing in her mind, bro. There's no way she's not feeling that emotion. There's no way she's not feeling that remorse if she really feels bad, if she really didn't mean to do that. You know, you get me? Nah, this is like some psycho shit, bro.
So my patient took me over there.
Okay, where was it though? Where did you keep the gun that you were going to get the gun at? Where do you keep your gun at?
In the armrest of the car. I don't really bring it into the house because...
Nah, that's crazy, bro. In your armrest? My armrest doesn't have a lock. My wife's car's armrest doesn't have a lock. Only the glove has a lock. I don't think any car I've ever owned had a lock on the in the armrest. Why the f would you keep your gun there?
We inside the house. I only take it when I need to go like work. If I'm out, it's locked in an armrest.
Is that where it was today?
Nah, taking the gun to work is crazy.
He never ever had done that to me. You see my house.
What are the gun laws in Ohio? Anybody know?
Squeezing me up like I'm gonna kill you and your boyfriend. I don't even know why he was saying that he would kill me and my boyfriend. Like that's not even my boyfriend. That's just somebody that comes over my house. Like, he never say that to me.
Did you see a gun on him today?
But I don't know.
Did he threaten you with a gun? Did he say he was going to get his gun?
I didn't see it at all.
But did he never mentioned it? You just assumed because you gave him one a while back that he had it with him.
He carried it with him everywhere he go. He leave it up. This shouldn't
Yeah, she got no emotions.
Did you see it today? He never made mention of it today?
I think he was.
Okay.
And then back in the house, why did you get the knife out?
Because he grabbed me up and threw me down. He threw me down on the ground. I kept trying to get him off of him. My kids were trying to get him off of him. Like, he wouldn't get off of me.
She didn't say that originally.
So we interviewed your other daughters there too.
What
At the
else?
scene.
Yeah, they were there.
Okay. And they said that the fight was over. You were upset because of the keys, or the car wasn't working right or something like that, right?
They were in their room when it first started.
Right, they did say
You
that.
can check our text messages. I had already you can text his text message. I had already texted him about the car already. And he said, I'm not gonna do this with you. He said, if you be on drama, I'm gonna leave. I just was asking him like, why did you take my car over there and leave it there? Cause like he repo cars for somebody.
So he took your car and left it there to get fixed?
No, he took my car over to the place where him and the pastor's son, he owned a car lot and they was repoing the car early this morning.
Okay, but why did he take your car?
I don't have nothing to hide. I ain't lying.
When he came back out of the house, how long were you sitting outside?
Nah, real shit.
Maybe like 4 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, if he really, that's facts, bro. If he really wanted to hurt her with the military training and all of that he had 2 years in the military, he could have.
He came out?
Yeah, because I kept trying to tell them to throw my phone out and the keys so I can leave. But they're like, no, we're calling the police. We're calling the police. And I knew he was going to leave before the police got there because I was going to press charges on him. Because like, he never done that to me before.
So why wouldn't they let you back in the house if they were calling the police?
Look, she tries to cry and it doesn't come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you tell them you were going out to get it?
It's
They
two.
already knew.
It's two cars. Eyes. It's two cars that she got. So the other car without the gun is the one that he probably took. Her car still had the gun in it. But she got two cars. What the you tripping for? You know what I mean? Damn.
But I was going outside. Yeah.
But did they know you were going to get your gun?
No, I didn't say that.
But I guess what I'm asking is if he was the aggressor, why did the girls lock you out and not let you back in?
Because they know to separate us. They know to separate.
Do you guys fight regularly?
Yeah. They ain't never put his hands on me before.
Wait, what you say?
Do you guys fight regularly?
What the?
Separate us. They know to separate.
Do you guys fight regularly?
Yeah. They ain't never put his hands on me before. But we
Oh,
get into it
okay.
a whole lot.
Verbally or physically?
It's always verbally. It's never been physical. And this is the first physical time.
Did you ever hit them?
When they was like little, or even somebody last year, not last year, but the year before that, well, graduation time, maybe May. Yeah, I was always a very aggressive parent.
She's admitted to being an aggressive parent.
He didn't threaten you to get a gun. He didn't mention his gun. You just know he has one because you gave him one.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see it at all today?
I wasn't paying no attention. I just asking them about the car. I really wasn't paying no attention like that.
Okay. So you didn't see it sitting on the counter or the couch?
I
Or...
usually sit on the couch, but I didn't even see.
So if you didn't see the gun, he didn't threaten you with a gun, why'd you pull the trigger? I mean, what were you thinking at that point?
That he was gonna keep going at it, keep coming after me, keep going.
Did he have his bags with him like he was leaving?
Yeah, he had his back with me. It was like he was leaving. He was laughing. Yeah.
So at that point, it seemed like he was leaving and the fight was over.
Mm-hmm.
Lock this bitch out.
Were you just really mad by that point?
No, it was mad. I just.
Look, she's realizing she's cornering herself.
You have it. I got him. He always have it on him. Like, I don't know what transpired to be between him saying, "I'm going to kill you and your boyfriend," to make it bigger than it. Like.
What did he say to you after you shot him?
He said, "Oh my, you shot me." And I said, "Oh my God, Jihad."
By this point in the interrogation, detectives had gathered enough information to form a clear suspicion about what led to the shooting. They decided it was time to deliver the news about Jihad's condition. Laquandra's response revealed a woman overwhelmed by years of built-up stress, emotion, and unspoken struggles, a lifetime of silent suffering and unheard cries.
Well, I will tell you, unfortunately, your son did not make it.
Oh.
And I'm so sorry.
What?
They worked on him for at least close to an hour. But he didn't survive his injuries.
Take me. You can take me. I don't deserve that. He didn't either. Yo.
Well, I think you need to do his name justice. And I know that that's not true that he was attacking you.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yo, this bitch lied.
No, I want you to tell the truth. I only want the truth. I don't want you to say something just because it's not true. But
I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie. I'm not gonna say nothing that's not true. Like, I had to live with this. You know what I'm saying? But
I think you're angry, though. I think you're angry because we all get angry at times. I mean, it's like we both have kids.
We both have
We know
adult
how
kids that live in
frustrating
our
it is
house.
to try to get through. But
Nah, time out. To be angry enough to want to pull the trigger on your kid is crazy. Like that, it's beyond anger at that point, right? And I don't give a fuck about all the years of stress and struggles and all this other bullshit that they said is what it was. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro. You were not in danger. You didn't have the right to take your son's life. You feel me? Yeah, you brought him into this world, but just because your ass can't handle your emotions doesn't give you the right to do that. Lock her in the, bro. Lock her. Throw the key away or put her under the jail. This shit got me hot, bro. I'm a father. This shit got me hot.
I think, unfortunately, that you probably were angry and the pressure probably got to you.
Yeah. But y'all, I'm so sorry, y'all.
Your 18-year-old said to tell you that she loves you.
Sorry, y'all. Tell him I'm sorry. I was so angry because he don't listen to nothing I say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be working hard, working
now
hard,
it comes out.
He worked at a car lot. He worked at a car lot, and I said to Jihad yesterday, I said, Jihad, if I was to die today, you wouldn't even get the inheritance that you're supposed to get because I put money with the Navy forever. You wouldn't even get it because you're not even doing what you're supposed to do. You know, everybody else, like, I was just so angry with him, but like, y'all, I didn't need to do that. Like, I'm serious. And no, like, my whole, I was supposed to be buying a house.
It's a lot of pressure. You're doing a business. You're trying to raise kids.
By myself. Like, I've been doing this since I came here from Youngstown in 2012.
Where is the father to your kids? Where is your son's father that you just murdered? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna get into that because I don't know the history. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the dad is or dads, whatever the case may be. So I'm not even gonna speak on that because I'm gonna just look like a asshole because I'd be speaking on my ass. I'm hot. My bad. I'm hot as right now.
And I have no support, y'all. None. I go through stuff with them all the time. Like, yo, I'm so sorry, yo. No.
Hey, at least you don't gotta worry about paying rent anymore.
Yeah, I know the pressures, and I feel like that's what happened to me. I feel like you just snapped because you just got so angry.
And everything, no, y'all. What? Y'all said he gone for real. No, I killed my son. Oh no. Can you have one of them come here, please? I'm not going to do nothing.
Sit back down.
Can you please have one of them come in here?
What do you need?
Are you sure that my son gone?
Yes.
Oh. Y'all, consider.
That's crazy, Chad.
Okay, sit down for us. We'll get you
I'm not
moving here.
going to go nowhere.
She's sitting down, bro. What are you talking about?
We'll put you back in
I
custody.
don't want to live no more. Please.
LaQuandra Williams was arrested and charged with murder and felonious assault. The court set her bond at $1 million, a clear sign of how seriously prosecutors viewed the case. When we talk about true crime, it's not just about the crime itself, it's about understanding the why behind it. We look at possible
Damn, she's short as shit, bro. What the?
stressors like family dynamics and personal struggles. This can help to provide context, even if it doesn't excuse what happened. To that end, we discovered 2 social media posts that give us some insight into the heartbreak and complexity of this case.
Oh, shit.
The first, from one of LaQuandra's daughters, states, "I forgive her, and my mom is a great mother. She has always been. She always tried to be so strong. Even those who were close to her hurt her. And my mom had no one to talk to. She had no one to take her children when she just needed a break. No one was there. I watched her suffer all my life. I heard her cries, but it took my brother to die for everyone to say how much she was battling. Y'all knew her abuse and her trauma. Nobody will ever understand. Long live my brother. I love you so much."
Damn, son.
The second notable social media post is from the daughter of a client whom LaQuandra cared for.
Daughter of a
She was my
client?
father's caretaker. I agree with you, she was not in her right mind. From our interactions, we loved her. My dad loved her. She was always nice. May you somehow find peace, and I'm praying for your mom.
Nah, that's wild.
These messages and others express sympathy for LaQuandra Williams and her family while suggesting she may have been struggling with unseen emotional or mental health issues that contributed to the tragedy.
Yeah, for
Other
sure.
possible factors include Jihad's growing independence, which may have strained his relationship with his mother, who was used to being the head of the household. As a single mother, LaQuandra may have faced financial and emotional stress that built up over time. And lastly, the decision to keep a firearm for protection ultimately played a fatal role in the conflict. Regardless of the circumstances, the outcome was devastating. In the end, the legal process moved swiftly. Less than 6 months after her arrest, LaQuandra took a plea deal. Life in prison with the possibility of parole after 18 years.
So she got to serve 18 years straight. There's no way that she can get out of that, like with good behavior or anything like that. Like 18 years is the minimum, and then after that is when they like reevaluate the situation. Is that how that works? Chat, let me know. Didn't I say right?
2 lives forever changed. 1 lost, 1 behind bars.
It's not just 2 lives, because it affected everybody else in her family. Like if she was struggling taking care of her family, remember they said she had daughters. I forgot how many. You feel me? So now I don't know how old they were, but if they were relying on mom, if they were underage, you feel me? Now you f***ed up their lives.